Haunted Scotland, a journey through the supernatural realm. Scotland's haunted history is rooted in its tumultuous past. For centuries, Scotland was embroiled in fierce battles, dynastic struggles, and political intrigue. The country's history of conflict, particularly during the Wars of Scottish Independence, the Jacobite uprisings, and the long-running conflicts between Highland clans, left behind a wealth of stories steeped in bloodshed and betrayal. These events, many of them tragic, have given rise to a host of spirits said to haunt the land. The notion of ghosts, spirits, and the supernatural has been woven into Scottish folklore for centuries. In many ways, these stories reflect the struggles and challenges faced by the people of Scotland. The restless souls of warriors who died in battle, the spirits of betrayed lovers, and the apparitions of those who met violent ends are all said to roam the land, searching for justice or peace. Scotland's landscapes, its dark forests, misty glens, and desolate moors, seem to be perfectly suited to tales of the supernatural. The country's castles and ancient ruins, many of which are centuries old, provide the perfect setting for ghostly encounters, with their crumbling walls and hidden chambers. Some of Scotland's most famous haunted locations have become tourist destinations, attracting those curious about the paranormal, while others remain shrouded in mystery, off the beaten path, but no less haunted. No discussion of haunted Scotland would be complete without mentioning Edinburgh, often regarded as one of the most haunted cities in the world. Known for its rich history and dramatic skyline, Edinburgh's dark alleys and winding streets provide an eerie backdrop for tales of the supernatural. The city's old town, with its cobbled streets and medieval buildings, is particularly notorious for its ghost stories. One of Edinburgh's most famous haunted locations is the Edinburgh Castle, which sits atop Castle Rock, a volcanic outcrop that has been a site of human habitation for over 2,000 years. The castle has seen centuries of battles, executions, and political intrigue, and many believe its long and turbulent history has left behind a collection of restless spirits. Visitors to the castle have reported hearing mysterious footsteps, disembodied voices, and cold spots. The ghost of a piper, who is said to have disappeared while exploring the castle's tunnels, is frequently mentioned in ghost stories. Another well-known haunted spot in Edinburgh is Mary King's Close, a narrow, hidden street beneath the city's Royal Mile. The Close was once a thriving community, but it was sealed off during an outbreak of the plague in the 17th century. Today, Mary King's Close is a popular tourist attraction, with guides offering ghost tours through the dark, narrow passageways. Edinburgh's Greyfriars Kirkyard is another hotspot for paranormal activity. The cemetery, which dates back to the 16th century, is the resting place of numerous notable figures, including George Heriot, the founder of George Heriot's School, and several Covenanters, a group of Scottish Presbyterians who were persecuted for their beliefs in the 17th century. However, the most famous ghost story associated with Greyfriars Kirkyard involves the Mackenzie poltergeist. This malevolent spirit is said to be the restless ghost of a 17th century lawyer named George Mackenzie. Mackenzie was responsible for the harsh treatment of Covenanters, and it's believed that his spirit now haunts the graveyard, causing violent disturbances to anyone who dares to venture too close to his tomb. People have reported being scratched, shoved, and even knocked unconscious by the unseen force. Beyond Edinburgh, Scotland's rugged Highlands are home to a variety of haunted locations, many of which are tied to the country's ancient clans and turbulent history. The Highlands were once the heart of clan warfare, and the ghosts of fallen warriors, betrayed leaders, and vengeful spirits are said to roam the region, seeking retribution or peace. One of the most famous haunted locations in the Highlands is Eilean Donan Castle, located on an island at the confluence of three lochs in the Western Highlands. This picturesque castle is a popular tourist destination, but it's also said to be home to a number of spirits. One legend involves the ghost of a woman who drowned in the loch after her lover was killed in battle. She is said to haunt the castle, wandering the halls in search of her lost love. Others claim to have seen the ghost of a Scottish soldier who perished in one of the castle's many sieges. Another haunted site in the Highlands is Urquhart Castle, located on the shores of Loch Ness. While Urquhart Castle is most famous for its connection to the Loch Ness Monster, it is also known for its ghostly inhabitants. Some visitors have reported seeing the ghostly figure of a soldier, while others claim to have heard the sounds of clashing swords and battle cries echoing across the loch. The Highlands are also home to a number of eerie forests and desolate moors, which provide the perfect setting for supernatural occurrences. The Forest of Cluny, located near Aviemore, is one such place. The spirit is believed to be that of a man who was wronged and killed by the local clan. His restless soul is said to torment those who venture into the forest, causing them to feel disoriented and fearful. In the remote village of Glen Lyon, there is a legend of a haunted cottage known as the Witch's Cottage. The cottage is said to be the site of the execution of a woman accused of witchcraft during the 17th century. Her spirit is said to linger in the area, often appearing as a shadowy figure or as a sudden, oppressive presence. Scotland's islands, particularly the Inner and Outer Hebrides, are steeped in their own brand of supernatural folklore. These remote islands have been the site of countless shipwrecks, raids, and ancient rites, and many of them are said to be haunted by the spirits of the past. On the Isle of Skye, for instance, Dunvegan Castle is said to be home to several ghosts. The castle is the seat of the MacLeod clan and is one of the oldest inhabited castles in Scotland. Over the years, many visitors have reported seeing the ghost of a woman in a white gown, believed to be the spirit of a lady from the MacLeod family who died tragically. The Isle of Mull is another location with a rich tradition of ghost stories. One of the most famous haunted places on the island is Duart Castle, the seat of the MacLean clan. The castle is said to be haunted by the ghost of a woman named Mary MacLean, who died under mysterious circumstances. On the Isle of Harris, a different kind of ghostly legend exists. The story of the White Lady of Harris tells of a woman who was abandoned by her lover and sought to take her own life by drowning in the sea. It is said that her ghost, dressed in a flowing white gown, now walks the shores of the island, weeping for the love she lost. Scotland's haunted places offer a window into its rich and often violent history, one where spirits of the past linger in the shadows, seeking to make their presence known. Whether it's the restless ghosts of fallen warriors, the anguished spirits of those betrayed, or the souls of the persecuted, Scotland's supernatural legacy is as diverse as its landscapes. From the streets of Edinburgh to the isolated islands of the Hebrides, the country's ghosts continue to captivate and intrigue. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, the stories of haunted Scotland are impossible to ignore, and the supernatural presence that pervades its ancient castles, misty moors, and remote villages is a testament to the enduring power of the past. Haunted Scotland is not just a place of ghosts. It is a living, breathing testament to the tragedies and triumphs that have shaped this remarkable country. The spirits that linger here are as much a part of the nation's identity as its landscapes, culture, and people. In Scotland, the past never truly fades away. It haunts, it whispers, and it beckons those who dare to listen.